on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
Please. Turn this up. Thank you very much.
I had 3 more seconds and I had the whole thing. I was supposed to have 3 minutes.
Sir, thank you. Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
It's the JR Show. From Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex, here is your host, JR.
Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I am your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. You can find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just search up Kern Radio. Also streaming live on YouTube. Head over there right now and search up Kern Radio. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. Come along with us every single day and watch us broadcast from the Kern Radio studios. They are powered by Adaptive Networks for all your IT needs. Give them a call, 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. It is Adaptive Networks. This is the JR Show, and we have a great one lined up for you today. Plenty of topics to discuss. Plus, we'll also have a guest, Mr. Doug Carter. He is with the Kern County Student Leadership, and they have an event coming up on Friday called Sip and Savor. We'll tell you what it is for, who exactly is the Kern County Student Leadership, and what this benefits, and how you guys can attend. We'll also talk about tonight's debate going on for California governor, the second of 3 scheduled debates. Last week, they did one with Nexstar, where it was, how many of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I believe there was 5 of them on stage. And tonight, though, just about all of the candidates will be in attendance. I'll tell you who will be there that wasn't at the last one, and who might not be there that was at the last one. And I'll tell you the feud between Jimmy Kimmel and the president, as more calls for Jimmy Kimmel to be fired. Not only that, but the FCC announcing this morning they are looking into ABC's broadcast license. They say, and we'll get more into the story a little bit later, they say it has nothing to do with it. Has nothing to do with Jimmy Kimmel's latest joke about the president's wife. They said it has nothing to do with that.
It was really more a joke about him than his wife.
Well, it's both, actually. I mean, they used her as the joke.
Yeah, the jumping point.
Yeah, so it was on both of them. But we'll break down what has been said, and I'll give you guys my take. And you guys can chime in at any time. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERM. Plus, a king is visiting the Americas. Matter of fact, he met with the president and he's speaking before Congress. But I didn't see the protests outside. Chris, did you see the No Kings protest going on as a king, a true king? I mean, he doesn't really have any power either. It's really all just...
Yeah, like what do we mean by true king here? Like Simba hasn't showed up or anything.
Well, but it's King Charles, and it's the first visit from one of the royals to America in a long time, Chris. And you know how we don't like kings here in America. I'm just wondering if there was any protests going on. No? Okay. Just want to make sure we got all our ducks in a row. You know, if we're going to protest kings, we got to make sure we stay consistent. And it's just a hypocrisy of some people in this country. We'll get into that as well. And I found an event that Chris can participate and potentially win $100,000 in.
Okay, you got my attention.
I know I did, and I got the listeners too, but you're going to have to see, that's called a hook, Chris. You're going to have to wait, because I'm not going to tell you exactly right now what that competition is. But when we get to the segment, and you're going to want to watch on YouTube, because there is a promotion. There's a promo video for this. And I might have you pull it up and put it on the screen behind me as I talk about it later. It's a really good produced video. And it's a very good family, you could even say, oriented competition. Even though Chris doesn't have family. So I know you're trying to put that, wait a second.
Nah, hold on now.
Well,
I got family I
you know-
can use here. I got nieces and nephews. I can do this.
I used to say the same thing, but they're not, they don't come into, they're not,
Well, see, this is discrimination. This is discrimination against the
No,
farmers.
no.
This is what I'm talking about.
no, this competition is for guys just like you, Chris.
Oh, okay, good. Perfect.
Just like you. I'll break it down later in the show as well. And again, if you guys want to chime in at any time, you can text, you can call 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. You can also jump in the chat on YouTube. You can email me if you guys don't like that or you got ideas for the show. Feel free, jr@kernradio.com, jr@kernradio.com. I saw, or I didn't see it. Somebody actually sent it to me. And I love that everybody just automatically now just goes, JR is the town crier. We'll just send it to him. He'll say something. And they're like, I'm like, yes, and yes. It was brought to my attention that there was a post yesterday on social media. And, well, I'll just read it because here's what it says. This Sunday, May 3rd at 12 p.m., Andrae Gonzales, and I'll add some context here. Andrae Gonzales is a city councilman here in the city of Bakersfield for Ward 2. He has been for the past decade, actually, 10 years. And before that, he was on the Bakersfield City School District. He's kind of upset that they're getting paid now, and he wasn't smart enough then to actually give himself a raise on that one. But he's trying to ascend to the top, and he wants to be an assemblyman now. And so as a part of this, I had to give you context on who Andrae was anyway. So, well, he also runs Stewart's Inc. And if you don't know what Stewart's Inc. is, it's a nonprofit here in town that's open 3 days a week for maybe 4 hours on those days. But they help people that, have troubles that may be on some sort of services. Whether they're mentally unstable, maybe they're on Social Security, maybe something. They're in a program somewhere, and Andrae will help them finance those things, take care of their money for them, because he's done so well with ours and Measure N money and our tax dollars. Who wouldn't trust him with our money? That's where my daughter says, Dad, you're being sarcastic. And I said, yeah, just a little bit. He's also got over, I believe it's almost $20 million contract now with the county. The county gives this man millions of dollars every year to run this business. That's who Andrae Gonzales is, in case you didn't know. Fine citizen, fine gentleman. I go on to read. This post says, this Sunday, May 3rd at 12 p.m., Andrae Gonzales is asking some riders to do a cruise through the east side of Bakersfield to help his campaign for state assembly. The route will be meet at McMurphy's, head straight down Monterey, and if you live on the east side, try to follow along. If you don't live on the east side, it's going to be one heck of a parade. I mean, cruise. Hold on. The route will be, we're going to meet at McMurphy's. We're going to head straight down Monterey. We're going to turn left on the river, and we're going to go all the way up to Panorama. Then we're going to turn right on Panorama to Mount Vernon. And when we get to Mount Vernon, then we're going to turn right all the way to Niles. And when we get to Niles, then we're going to turn up to Oswell. Then we go left on Oswell, straight all the way down to Columbus. And then we're going to go right on Columbus up to Panorama. And then when you get there, make another right on Panorama, go all the way to Fairfax. Then at Fairfax, you're going to turn to Niles. Once you go right on Niles, and you go down to the F&M parking lot where we're going to end and have a big celebration. To which I say, that sounds like a parade. And I'm not sure if the city councilman has received a permit for such parade. I mean, yeah, you could say it's just a bunch of people getting together to celebrate Andrae and all the accomplishments that he's done. And you could even kind of say, you know, Cinco de Mayo is a couple days after that, and maybe just a Cinco de Mayo parade, but we're not going to call it that. God forbid the city come down on us and say that we need permits, trash cans, insurance, people to sign waivers that want to participate. God forbid some little neighborhood in the middle of town want to celebrate something and the city come down and say, hey, you can't exactly do that. We heard you had an unlawful parade. So I just want to make sure the city councilman is well aware that might get him into some trouble. You might want to run that one past some people. But if it's just a little small get together, Chris, I understand. I get it. You know, people want to celebrate. It's just a small little thing. It's not like they're going through half the east side, right? Right? It's not like it's just 2 blocks. 20-minute little circle. We end in the cul-de-sac. I mean, it's a 20, 30-minute wind through the east side, and they end in a parking lot. It's not a parade. It's just a celebration of Andrae and his accomplishments and trying to help get him elected to assembly. Now, if I could see if it was a neighborhood that was trying to celebrate, I don't know, like a holiday, a 4th of July, maybe. That's one that's coming up, right? 4th of July. Maybe it was just a neighborhood that wanted to celebrate 4th of July. I could see the city coming down and saying, hey, you need a permit, you need insurance, you could be fined, that's illegal. I could see that. But Andrae's thing, it's just a gathering and a celebration. Speaking of parades, and look, I say it all knowing that ain't nothing going to happen. 2, yes, I am alluding to the Westchester 4th of July parade and comparing it to what Andrae wants to allegedly. Now, this is just a Facebook post and it could be fake, and I could have just wasted the last 10 minutes of my show for nothing. But my goodness, I don't know, Chris. But oh yeah, that's what I was saying. And I understand why the city, you know, is all about safety and everything, because people could get hurt. And we all remember what happened 2 years ago at the Christmas parade. And I mentioned that because that's been delayed again, Chris. The trial for Alan Booth, the accused, and we still have to call him accused and alleged because it hasn't even gone to trial. We're talking about the 2023 Bakersfield Christmas parade, in which Alan Booth allegedly is accused of drinking and driving and hitting multiple people. Well, his trial has been delayed once again, this time till May 11th. He's got Jeremy Bremer, who's a darn good DUI attorney. They were granted the postponement this morning. Booth, 74 years old, faces multiple felony counts with an alleged 0.28 legal limit. Then remember, he was let out and then he did it again. Yeah, it sounds like the city is real concerned and everybody's real concerned about the safety of people. That's why they put people like this in jail for so long. I'm just saying, Andrae, you might want to get a permit for your little we won't call it a parade, but your little cruise through the east side this weekend to help you get elected to assembly. Let's go to a break. On the other side, we'll talk about whether or not Jimmy Kimmel should be fired. President, the first lady, after days before the shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, Jimmy Kimmel made a joke about how the first lady looked like an expecting widow. Well, Jimmy Kimmel said something last night about that. He refused to apologize. I'll tell you what he said and what I think. Later, we'll talk about tonight's debate for California governor as they do it again just after last week's. This time there'll be more of the candidates in attendance. I'll tell you who will be there and who might not be there. And we have a guest, Doug Carter, with the Kern County Student Leadership. They got an event called Sip and Savor going on Friday. We'll tell you how you can attend and who benefits. All that coming up. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. First Look with Scott Cox, mornings 6 to 9 a.m.
On the Wednesday edition of the First Look program, Wednesdays are always a blast. We get to talk medicine with Dr. Vip Dev. John Cox will join us from the Californian, administer the news quiz. We have state-of-the-art news and traffic and weather. It's all happening 6 to 9 a.m. right here at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
News Talk 96.1 and
Oh, yeah. D-Boy.
And felt like just another ticket number. Well, at Adaptive Networks, exceptional customer service isn't just a promise, it's how they do business every single day. When you call, you'll always talk to a real person who knows your name, understands your business, and genuinely cares about solving your problems. No phone trees, no runaround, no attitude. Their team doesn't just fix your technical issues either, they take the time to explain what happened and how to prevent it in the future. Because great customer service means making sure you're not just satisfied, but you're taken care of. From the moment you become a client, you'll experience the difference that comes with working with a company that puts customer service first. So are you ready to experience IT support the way it should be? Then call Adaptive Networks at 661-241-0638 or visit adaptive-net.com today. That's Adaptive Networks, where great technology meets even greater customer service.
Warmer weather is finally here, and that means cookouts,
ball games,
and maybe enjoying some time on the water.
But it also means lots of heavy foods, sweets, and maybe an extra adult beverage or two. Thank goodness we both take Active Liver from New Nordic. Did you know your liver works around the clock processing food, sugar, alcohol, and everyday toxins? All the things that can really impact your health.
That's why daily support matters. Active Liver is designed to protect normal liver function and support your body's natural detox process.
With trusted natural ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and artichoke extract, it's gentle enough to take all year long.
No harsh cleanses, no extreme detoxes, just simple daily liver support. We really feel the difference.
Active Liver helps us enjoy the good things in life with peace of mind that our liver isn't working overtime. Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com, and you can find it in stores at CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans, and now Active Liver is available at your local GNC.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Online, kernradio.com. On YouTube, just search Kern Radio. You guys can chime in at any time. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. The president is in a few, coming up later in the show, we got Doug Carter. He's with the Kern County Student Leadership. They got an event, Sip and Savor. And then we'll talk also about tonight's California's governor debate. But the president and the first lady have been in a feud with, and it's not their first time getting in a feud with late night talk show host Jimmy Kimmel. What was the other time? He got suspended for what, like a week or something?
It was something like that. Yeah, they were actually threatening to fire him at that time.
Yeah. It's something he had said about the president, some off-color joke or something that offended a bunch of people.
I mean, at this point, this is why I was wondering why this guy was the host of the dinner to begin with. But, I mean...
Yeah, I don't know. So apparently 2 days before the White House Correspondents' Dinner, Jimmy Kimmel had made a joke on his show, and which he stated that the first lady looked like an expectant widow. Now, the way that Jimmy Kimmel, at least, because he made a comment on it last night in his opening monologue, in which he tried to explain, I guess, the joke. And if you have to explain your jokes, then
They're not funny.
they're not they ain't funny, and you've already done.
Yeah.
But he tried to explain it in a way, and I was going to grab the audio, but I knew it wasn't worth it. But he says, quote, "It was a very light roast joke about the fact that he's almost 80 and she's younger than I am." That's what Jimmy Kimmel said during his opening monologue Monday night, in referencing that the president, who is 79 years old, and that the first lady is 56 years old, very much younger than him, obviously. But he made the joke and trying to say that it's more about the president being old, and that at 80, heck, he could kick over at any minute. Now, I didn't hear him make that joke about Joe Biden, who clearly looked closer to death than President Trump ever has. I mean, let's just be honest. If we're going to be honest, let's just be honest. But and it was, again, prior to what they are calling the third assassination attempt, which, okay, let's not go down that road. But okay, well, for the sake of argument, we'll just say yes, the third assassination attempt on President Trump. It was prior to that, but still there was two that had already taken place, one in which he got clipped in his ears. So when you make a joke that says the first lady looks like an expecting widow, call me crazy to turn and go, well, that joke sounds like he's saying the president could possibly get assassinated, just the way as a receiver of jokes would take that.
That's why I say that the joke was more on him than it was on her.
True. Yes. But him trying to pass it off as going, well, it was more me talking about him being 80 years old and her being 56. And he could, at that age, you know, you could kill over at any moment.
Oh, good old Kimmel, able to spin it whatever way he needs to.
You know, I would rather he just come out and say, hey, it was a joke. If you don't like it, screw you.
You know what? I would say the same thing, but knowing the man he's joking about, that may not be the smartest option.
But still, at least, but just be honest with them. It's when you try to spin it that I just go.
When Trump is not in office, he will gladly come forward and say, yeah, that's what I meant in these jokes. But until that happens, I don't think we're going to hear that.
But at that point, it doesn't matter. Like, Trump's already coming after you and calling for you to be fired now for the second time. You know what I mean? Like, screw it. If you're coming at me, dude, come at me. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, it was a joke. If you don't like it, get tougher skin.
If he doesn't get fired after this, this man is untouchable.
Well,
I'm just throwing that out there.
I don't know if he should be. Look,
I agree with that. But
he also mentioned free speech and how if we're going to tone down rhetoric, the president also needs to do his part, and we all should be toning it down. Yes, yes, yes. Blah 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 blah. I believe in free speech, and trust me, there has been some things that I've said within the last probably month and a half that have got me in trouble here at the radio. I'm not in trouble.
There's a reason there's a disclaimer.
Yeah, there's a reason there's a disclaimer, y'all. Come on. Jimmy Kimmel needs a disclaimer.
Yeah, I think he already has one.
Just saying, if you need one, just call your boy. So I believe in free speech, but that doesn't give you the right to hold a microphone and have a job with ABC either. See, that's what free speech doesn't say. Yeah, you're allowed to say whatever you want. But that doesn't give you the right to. I can say whatever. I can say some really dumb things right now. That doesn't mean Rogers Brandon and AGM has to employ me.
I was always taught at a very young age, you can say what you want, but you're not freedom of consequences.
Yeah, exactly. And the FCC is looking to come down. I'll tell you after the break what they are at least looking at in terms of ABC. And we'll talk a little bit more. What do you guys think? Should Jimmy Kimmel be fired? It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be right back.
SRN News, I'm John Scott. King Charles has acknowledged times of great uncertainty. While addressing the U.S. Congress, Charles marked the 250th anniversary of American independence from Britain and highlighted the enduring bonds between the two nations. His speech comes amid political turmoil with...
That's why we have a disclaimer. I don't think I remember ever Jimmy Kimmel talking about Sleepy Joe. That's why I brought it up. I don't remember him ever making a death joke about Joe Biden, who, in my opinion, was, again, closer to death, at least looking closer to death, than President Trump ever has. That's not political. That's just me being real. Do I think Trump is soft? Yes, he is very soft. Very soft. And I'll get into it after the break. Jimmy Kimmel, and who it's always great who people support without I'll get into it after the break.
Now 5 more charges have been filed against him by the Kern County DA's office. Downtown Elementary was put on lockdown briefly Monday morning about 10:45 when a caller on a blocked number threatened the school. The principal says police searched the school and all was well, but expect a bigger police presence today. A bigger police, fire, and rescue presence can be expected at the Lightning in a Bottle Festival toward the end of the month. Kern County supervisors will be discussing the cost today. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
Gas costs more. Groceries cost more. And Sacramento keeps making decisions like Kern County doesn't exist. Andrae Gonzales isn't waiting around for someone else to fix it. Born and raised right here in Bakersfield, Andrae Gonzales has spent his career delivering for this community. He created a community land trust so working families can actually afford to own a home. He's fought to make sure Kern County gets its fair share from Sacramento to fix roads and build water infrastructure, not just the scraps LA and the Bay Area leave behind. Andrae Gonzales is backed by California's firefighters, classroom teachers, and he is the only candidate endorsed by the California Democratic Party. Join them. Vote for Andrae Gonzales for State Assembly on or before June 2nd. Ad paid for by California Credit Union League Political Action Committee, not authorized by a candidate or a committee controlled by a candidate.
The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays at 3 p.m.
See, this is why we have the folks on from Bakersfield College. Did you know that these kids were going to New York, Carnegie Hall to perform? I hope you guys will get out Saturday to their spring concert and support them and help them pay for this trip. Over 150 members of their choir. This is unbelievable. This is just one of the phenomenal aspects of the best junior college, certainly in the state, if not the country.
The Ralph Bailey Show, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN.
Hey folks, Scott Cox here, host of the First Look with Scott Cox program, heard right here on KERN 6 to 9 every morning. You're listening to the JR Show. Join me tomorrow morning, 6 to 9, right here on KERN.
Little Matchbox 20. You want to tell me something, Chris? Yeah, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. With all the music you've been playing lately, I just feel
no.
You might be a little low or something. And I just want to.
This is honestly just a playlist that's on YouTube that I've just been rolling through. So
just check on your friends every once in a while and make sure they're okay. If there's signs, I just want to reach out and just say, Chris, if you
my only problem is financial, sir.
Well, I can't help you with that. I can't help you with that. I'm sorry. I know I'm your boss, but I can't do anything. AGM ain't got money.
We're working towards some things. We're working towards some
yes,
things
you are, sir. So. Yes, you are. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. Check us out online, currentradio.com. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KRN if you guys want to chime in at any time. Plus, you can jump in the chat on YouTube as well. I go in the break and read those. But anything on the text message board, sir?
Yeah, I got a couple here.
What you got?
I think they meant that's not free speech, that's hate speech. I wouldn't go that far.
I wouldn't. Hate speech, I think, is defined differently. Do I think it? He's not yelling fire in a theater. I think it's look. I told somebody a joke last night, and they thought it was very offensive, and they didn't think it was funny at all. And they looked at me in disgust, and I was like, "I'm sorry if you're offended, but I thought that was funny." I can't tell you the joke. I definitely cannot tell you the joke on there. But they did. And look, that's comedy. Some people like the jokes, some people don't. Some people will tell you they don't find Dave Chappelle funny at all. Those people don't have a sense of humor, because that man is hilarious. Hilarious. Now, Jimmy Kimmel said it was not, he says, quote, "It was not by any stretch of the definition a call to assassination, and they know that." Now, I know he's not calling for somebody to shoot the president, but he is making light of the situation, which people start to then make the argument, well, then it desensitizes people to that, or the crazy people see that and they go, oh, well, that's, a sign for me to act. There's crazy people everywhere that don't need a Jimmy Kimmel joke to set them off. But again, his whole, oh, well, I didn't say it as an assassination joke. I don't believe him on that. I really don't. I'm trying to find the quote. He said he was there for very obvious, or well, he went on to say, I've been very vocal for many years, speaking out against gun violence in particular. Disney, who is or ABC, Disney, who owns ABC, hasn't commented, at least as of this morning. He did also say, "I agree that hateful and violent rhetoric is something we should reject. I do, and I think a great place to start to dial that back would be to have a conversation with your husband about it." Talking, I'm assuming, to the First Lady, he said, because I should also point out, Donald Trump is allowed to say whatever he wants to say, as are you, and as am I, as are all of us, because under the First Amendment, we have, as Americans, a right to free speech. But with that said, I am sorry that you and the president and everyone in that room on Saturday night went through that. I really am. Just because no one got killed doesn't mean it wasn't traumatic and scary, and we should come together and be best. We really should. Again, I don't believe him on his whole. It wasn't even if it wasn't, even if you're going, okay, I was making an age joke, you have to at least be aware of the fact that somebody that hears that joke isn't going to take it as an old joke, is going to take it more as, well, the president's been shot at twice, and there's likely going to be another attempt. And again, free speech gives you the right to say, as he said, whatever you choose, but that doesn't give you the right to have a job. Now, I don't see ABC firing him. He also made a comment at one point referring to the White House press secretary, who I guess made comments also prior to the shooting on Saturday night, where they were talking about Trump. And is Trump ready for his speech and all the jokes and all that? And she said, oh yeah, you got to be ready, da da da. There's going to be shots fired in the room tonight. Okay. But whenever you get into well, they said this or they said that, or yeah, but look at what she said. That's never a defense for anything that you say ever. I don't care. It's just not. It's the worst defense that you could possibly have for yourself. Well, they did it. It doesn't make it okay. It doesn't make it right. And she wasn't making a joke. And so, I agree with him on free speech. Again, I say plenty of things on this radio show that get me into trouble, whether it's with the bosses or whether it's with people that don't like what I say and tell me. So I'm all about that. But we have a privilege. I have a privilege. Jimmy Kimmel has a privilege. Every single day we get to speak into a microphone and people hear us. And with that privilege comes responsibility. And we have to learn how to be responsible with that. The other thing about this whole Jimmy Kimmel thing and just the hypocrisy that people have in this country on whatever side, because it exists on both sides, that if there's somebody in trouble that fits something that you're trying to do, in this case, we hate the president, and anybody else that hates the president is a friend of ours and we'll defend them. And so when you take Jimmy Kimmel and people that defend him are also the same people that will try to cancel people for something that they said 10 years ago, right? There's this whole cancel culture going. It's been on for a long time. It's kind of died down now, but for a while it was really powerful, where if you made a post in 2020, it could get you in trouble. If you made a post in 2018, it could get you in trouble. If you did or said something in 1984, it could get you canceled. And these people forget who Jimmy Kimmel was. Jimmy Kimmel used to have girls jumping on trampolines. The show was called The Man Show. Did you ever watch it, Chris?
No, it was a little before me.
It was before you?
A little before me.
See?
Yeah.
People that don't like, again, it's before Chris, right? How old are you, Chris?
32.
32 years old. So you don't know Jimmy Kimmel like that. You know Jimmy Kimmel always as the late night show talk show host,
Yeah,
Jimmy Kimmel.
The comedian, the guy that popped up in movies sometimes.
That's how I remember Jimmy Kimmel as co-host with Adam Carolla on The Man Show.
Yeah, everybody keeps reminding me of that or telling me about the radio show.
I used to watch it.
Yeah. Mike TV, 100%. Man Show, never saw it.
The segment, the piece was called "Girls Jumping on Trampolines," and they would have girls in bikinis jumping on trampolines. But somehow that's okay with people that want to cancel somebody else for something they said 10, 15 years ago. It's just the hypocrisy that gets me sometimes. I'm not saying Jimmy Kimmel's good, bad. He's a comedian. And comedy is all about taste. If somebody likes that brand of comedy. And there's people that do, and that's fine. That's the beauty of America, right? Is we get to have good and bad comedy, and you get to decide whether or not it's good or bad for you. Doesn't mean it shouldn't exist. So while I might not agree with what Jimmy Kimmel says, or I may think that his joke was in poor taste, I also agree, and this is where I think a lot of people need to learn, is that two things can exist at the same time. I can disagree with Jimmy Kimmel, but I can also say, well, he has the right to say that, though. So no, I don't think he should be fired. That should be up to ABC, even though they are, like I said, they're being investigated, and it's just a coincidence, just a coincidence that federal regulators this morning ordered a review of all station licenses owned by ABC. The agency overseeing the review, the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, said in a filing that the review was related to an investigation into ABC's diversity and inclusion policies. The FCC action represented the FCC chairman Brandon Carr has repeatedly threatened to take action against broadcasters. So we'll see what again, it's just a coincidence. Just a coincidence. It is the second time that the president now has been in a fight with Jimmy Kimmel. I don't see him getting fired, and I definitely don't see, but who knows? It's crazier times now more than ever, Chris. And maybe we could see ABC lose their license and have it taken away, and all of it. Who knows? Who knows? Let's get to a break. On the other side, we'll talk about tonight's governor's debate for California, how you can watch it, who will be in attendance. A new CBS poll is out. I'll break down the numbers for you, tell you who's leading, how it has shaken up the race for the next governor of California. Then Doug Carter stops by. He's going to talk about an event on Friday, Sip and Savor. It's for the Kern County student leadership. And a king, a real king, has come to America. Where are all the protests? If you guys want to chime in anytime, 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. First Look with Scott Cox, mornings 6 to 9 a.m.
On the Wednesday edition of the First Look program, Wednesdays are always a blast. We get to talk medicine with Dr. Vip Dev. John Cox will join us from the Californian, administer the news quiz. We have state-of-the-art news and traffic and weather. It's all happening 6 to 9 a.m. right here at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
When the dollar's convertibility into gold ended in 1971, gold was fixed at $35 an ounce. Fast forward to today, and the U.S. dollar has lost over 85% of its purchasing power. Meanwhile, gold has increased in value by over 12,000%. Central banks are buying gold at record levels. Major firms are holding significant positions in gold. And I choose to buy gold from Birch Gold Group. Stan Bongino, and it all starts with education. Birch Gold just announced their Learn and Earn Precious Metals event. This free online event rewards you for learning the basics of investing in precious metals. Sign up to get free silver on your next purchase if you qualify. And you can get even larger incentives as you go. The more you learn, the more you can earn. But act now. This special event only runs through April 30th. So text my name, Dan, to the number 989898 to join Birch Gold's Learn and Earn Precious Metals event by April 30th. Text Dan to 989898 today. Message and data rates may apply.
Progressive knows life takes you in many directions.
Bear right at exit 32, then begin to wonder why you never bought a fish tank. In 1.3 miles, you'll realize you've been mispronouncing epitome your whole life. At the roundabout, you will remember you said something at dinner you wish you hadn't, and will think about it for decades. You have arrived at your destination, but it turns out there really is no destination, and life just keeps going.
Wherever life takes you, protect your home and auto with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Dell PCs with Intel inside are built for the moments you plan, and the ones you don't. For the time you forgot your charger at the gate,
Passengers, we are now on our initial ascent.
or when you're bouncing between projects like a ping pong ball. We build PCs with long-lasting battery life, so you're not scrambling for an outlet. And built-in intelligence, so you can stay focused on whatever you're doing. Dell Technologies, built for you. Dell.com/Dell PCs.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio, online, kernradio.com. On YouTube, just search Kern Radio. You can jump in the chats there. Plus, you can chime in anytime, text or call 661-842-5376. Also, go to the website, kernradio.com right now, and you can sign up to win a pair of tickets to Mac and Cheese Fest. That is going on May 9th out at the Kern County Fairgrounds. It's 21 and over. I know you hear mac and cheese and you think you can take the kids. No, leave them at home. It's adults only. 21 and over event. But go to kernradio.com right now. Every Friday leading up to mac and cheese. So meaning this Friday and next Friday. Wait, how many? Is it 2 weeks? Yeah, 2 weeks away. Goodness, 2 weeks away from this weekend. So the next 2 Fridays, this Friday and the following Friday, we'll be giving away a pair of tickets to the mac and cheese event. You just have to go to our website and click on the banner right there that has mac and cheese. Click here to win. You click on that and just sign up, and you too could be coming to the Mac and Cheese Fest. Again, May 9th at the Kern County Fairgrounds. You can get more information at Bakersfield macandcheesefest.com. Anything on the text board, sir?
No, not at the moment.
We are free and clear. I wanted to talk about tonight's debate before we get our next guest in here. Doug Carter and Sharice Grell. They are with the Kern County Student Leadership. They have an event coming up on Friday they want to tell you about and tell you about their group. But I want to tell you about tonight's debate going on. It will be on CBS, which is KBAK here, channel 29. If you have the rabbit ears like I do, or if you, I think it's 7 on cable or something like that. But CBS will be CBS is doing tonight's debate, and all candidates will be in attendance. I believe all have made the list. We're talking about Tom Steyer, Xavier Becerra, Steve Hilton, Chad Bianco, Antonio Villagrosa will also be in attendance, even though he is now polling at 4%. And so will Tony Thurman, who is only at 1%, who has been and will forever stay at 1%. I don't think him being invited to tonight's debate is going to help his campaign in any kind of way. But speaking of numbers, there is a new CBS poll that they conducted. This was conducted over a 4-day period after last week's debate, in which there were only, 1, 2, 3, who was there? Steve Hilton was there, Tom Steyer was there, Becerra was there, Bianco was there, Porter was there, Mahan was there. So there were 6 in attendance last time. No word on, I haven't looked, and Chris, tell me if you see anything, because last time I had read about the debate, Katie Porter had still not said whether or not she was going to show up. I don't believe she had responded and said whether or not she was going to be in attendance tonight. If you remember, CBS is the station that she threatened to walk out on an interview. And so I'm not sure if she'll be there. That will definitely hurt her. And she is, in my opinion, and I'll break down these numbers because they get interesting in some of the questions that they asked in this poll. They asked if the primary for governor were held today, who would you vote for? Steve Hilton leading at 16%, but Tom Steyer now right behind him at 15%. Becerra, who snuck into the last debate and had probably the biggest bump after what was his name that got out of the race? The old sexual offender. That's what we'll refer to him as now as. Allegedly. Sorry. If I don't say allegedly, he's going to come sue me. But Becerra was the biggest one. He's at 13%. Chad Bianco now in 4th. Remember, there was a time. Remember the time. You remember back in the day when there was people talking about, oh, 2 Republicans will be at the top. We're going to get 2. No. Chad Bianco now slipping all the way to 4th place with 10%. Katie Porter, again, to question whether or not she'll be in attendance tonight. Google that for me, Chris, to see if she'll be there. Just Google, will Katie Porter be at tonight's debate? See what is Google's AI thing called? See what
it doesn't give me a for sure answer. That's not fair.
Yeah, because they don't know.
I do have a thread here from Threads that says, why is Katie Porter not attending tomorrow night's debate? So I'm assuming she is not attending.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everything I've read up until this morning has stated that she never responded. Again, CBS being one of the interviews, not the first one where she yelled at the staffer. I think when they tried to bring that up with her, she got into a fight with the CBS reporter and threatened to walk out of the interview. And he was like, what? They were like, what, you can't take the tough questions? But she is now polling at 9%. Matt Mahan is at 4%. Antonio Villaraigosa at 4% as well. And Tony Thurman at 1%. Someone else, 2%. I don't know who the other 2% are. Betty Yee dropped out already, and Chris Swalwell's got his own legal trouble story about. But again, undecideds leading the charge, 26%. 26%. We're what? Less than a month and a half away? It's funny, again, some of the questions that they asked, they said, thinking about the field of candidates in the governor's race, are you satisfied with the choices you have among the candidates currently running, or do you wish there were other candidates running? 59% said they were satisfied. 41% said, nah, I wish it was somebody else. How many of those people wish it was Kamala Harris? That's the scary thing. One of the other questions, and this one is really telling on the whole, we're going to get 2 Republicans in the primary, which is more of a long shot now than it's ever been. One of the questions was, are you concerned or not concerned that 2 Republican candidates and no Democratic candidates could advance from the June primary to the general election? 53% of people said they were very concerned about that. 33% said they were somewhat concerned. So you have 86 people, at least somewhat to very concerned about 2 Republicans ending up in the primary. So for all the people that are saying, and I know a lot of them have stopped saying we're going to get 2, please stop now, because it's just not going to happen. When asked whether they approve or disapprove of Gavin Newsom and his handling of California's governorship, 53% approve. But then when they go on to ask, how do you think the economy's doing? It's crap. Do you think the California dream is still alive? No. Do you think gases are a hardship? Yes. Do you think you'll ever own a home? No. Do you want somebody just like Gavin Newsom to run California? Yes. Oh my God. Have we not learned anything? Have we not learned anything? Got to get to a break. On the other side, we'll talk to Doug Carter and Sharice Grell about an event coming up for Kern County Student Leadership. It's the JR Show. We'll be right back.
Kern Radio, AM 1230, KERN, 96.1 FM, K241CI Bakersfield, an American General Media station.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Keith Peters in Washington. President and Mrs. Trump greeted King Charles III and Queen Camilla today. In remarks welcoming the King, President Trump says the ties between the United States and the United Kingdom remain strong.
Today we look back on 250 years. Let us remember what has made our countries the two most exceptional nations the world has ever known. And together let us go forward with even stronger resolve to carry on our sacred devotion to liberty and to the traditions of excellence that have been our shared gift of all mankind.
King Charles acknowledged times of great uncertainty while addressing the U.S. Congress. Charles on Tuesday marked the 250th anniversary of American independence from Britain and highlighted the enduring bonds between the two nations. Ex-NBA player Damon Jones pleads guilty in a wide-ranging sports gambling case with alleged links to organized crime.
Jones entered a guilty plea to a single count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud during the first back-to-back plea change hearings on Tuesday in Brooklyn federal court. Sentencing guidelines call for 21 to 27 months in prison. He's charged in separate cases with profiting from rigged poker games and providing sports bettors with non-public information about injuries to stars like LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Julie Walker, New York.
Former FBI Director James Comey has been indicted again, this time over a social media photo of seashells arranged on a beach that officials say constituted a threat against President Donald Trump. On Wall Street, the Dow down by 25 points, the Nasdaq dropped 223, the S&P down 35. More at townhall.com.
was hosting the match, and this was make an impression on youth, and so I decided that perhaps when I get the leadership students in high school, ethics, morals, values, and invest in the leaders of the talk and so they did that. And we were in my high school district. And I think last year she was wearing 15 cases. Opportunities on campus. She said, can I next to leadership and state that perhaps we lost direction, leadership potential, and they have a group called Lead Crew, which is one of the County campuses. Something. It's true. The school sites we don't have the selection. I encourage them to say, students that can use some outside influence and to motivate and encourage them to be good leaders. Actually started as a volunteer. So we discussed this last night at the meeting. I started for 8 years. Actually, I had some friends that around at Mary Justice campus with the previous leadership. And I said, Trish, you've got to come here. This is an amazing time with a great display of students.
Just really enjoyed the time. At that time, when we was the chief of police, he would come in and talk to the students. We would help them do wrestling, and different things like that, and just really dig into some life issues and what our challenges were. And I'll tell you, just having some of these students be so valuable. We've got a meeting and we've got some leaders and leaders in the room, and we're talking about their family life. And I had a student one time, Isaac, who broke down and said, I'm an oldest, my family, 7 kids, and I'm the oldest. And I on social media because I recognize I want to be the example to my younger brothers and sisters of how to be involved and not be just buried in social media or everybody else's opinions all of us. And so he said, I take that. And he started crying, and I just cried with him. I'm like, oh my gosh, the way that you have an image for family is just amazing. There's a few years that I've been talking about just to learn what he's doing, but the kids that I get to interact with are just amazing. When I sit down and try to about the different activities we have, we had a kid that came from our campuses to a leadership group every night, and he didn't know he was at I didn't say this earlier, he just scored half that day, but he committed to come to this leadership banquet. Did he from St. Louis, took him 2 hours to attend the leadership banquet at Gonzales. He said it was a perseverance, that his commitment, that his dedication.
Based upon his school schedule and what have you. So we decided these kids were coming to be with us, once a month. So with the campuses. With the same students that we gather each month, and we just have fun and speak and some stuff and fall. This week on our leadership seminar, and it's exclusively for the students at Bakersfield participating students that come listen and speak and take pictures with them, publish and press on national and speak specifically. Also, just on campus, chooses them outside of students, students, programs, and she looks like this process and just shows that perhaps and she was education, certificate, credential, and back to these students. So that's that motivation for these things we see what they become and how they become and get back to the community.
He created a community land trust so working families can actually afford to own a home. He's fought to make sure Kern County gets its fair share from Sacramento to fix roads and build water infrastructure, not just the scraps LA and the Bay Area leave behind. Andrae Gonzales is backed by California's firefighters, classroom teachers, and he is the only candidate endorsed by the California Democratic Party. Join them. Vote for Andrae Gonzales State Assembly on or before June 2nd. Ad paid for by California Credit Union League Political Action Committee, not authorized by a candidate or a committee controlled by a candidate.
Hey folks, Scott Cox here, host of the First Look with Scott Cox program, heard right here on KERN 6 to 9 every morning. You're listening to the JR Show. Join me tomorrow morning, 6 to 9, right here on KERN. 6 to 9, right here on
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. I want to thank Doug Carter and Sharice Grell. They are with Kern County Student Leadership. Their third annual Sip and Savor is going on this Friday, May 1st from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Grove at Shadow Creek. If you guys want to get tickets, you can purchase tickets at KCSL Sip and Savor 2026.eventbrite.com. Again, it's Sip and Savor. Just look it up, Kern County Student Leadership or Sip and Savor Bakersfield, and you guys can find tickets right there. Or you can get plugged in with their organization, or they go into schools, different campuses here in Kern County, and mentor the next leaders of our community. So good job for them, and shout out to them and all the things that they're doing. I apologize to those in YouTube. I understand that there was a something wrong with the audio there. The microphone's
it's magically fixed now.
I'm telling you, dude. All I had to do was send a text. As soon as somebody alerted me, I saw Jay run in and they're like, "Hey, the audio is jacked up." I just sent a quick text to Adaptive Networks. Bada bing, bada boom. Is it fixed? It's fixed. Adaptive Networks. Call them. 661-241-0638. 661-241-0638 is Adaptive Networks. Do we have anything besides people saying, "Hey, JR, the microphones are screwed up in there"?
No,
that's all. Huh?
it was just everybody calling and yelling at me saying the mic's not working. I know, I'm trying.
I realize that we're working on it.
Only so much I can do from my side.
Can't have Chris just barging into the studio.
That's what I was thinking in my head. It's like, I could just barge in there and
You could
just tear everybody's mic out and say I'm fixing things.
I'm professional, dude. That would have kept rolling. It's not. That thing kind of doesn't.
Yeah, I've learned from Ralph Bailey though, or Scott, that if I try to do that, they freak out. And say, what are you doing? I'm like, it's really not that big of a deal. You don't have to yell it out.
You don't have to even say I'm here. They don't even know. But yeah, they're old, Chris. They scare easy.
Especially one of them.
I'm not going to say which one.
I'm not either.
And nope. And I don't even know which one you're implying. But if you do want to chime in, 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. Also, like I said earlier, go to the website and get signed up for our mac and cheese tickets. We're giving away a pair of tickets every Friday. So this Friday and next Friday, we'll give a pair of tickets away to our Mac and Cheese Festival that's happening May 9th out at the Kern County Fairgrounds. It's 21 and over. And if you need more information, just go to bakersfieldmacandcheese.com. And again, we'll be giving away tickets out this Friday, but you have to go to the website, kernradio.com, to sign up. There's also another way you can get entered in to win some mac and cheese tickets. If you go out to Houchin between April 27th and May 2nd, all successful donations will be entered to win a pair of tickets to the Bakersfield Mac and Cheese Fest. Right there, you get a pair of tickets. Did you know how much the value is, Chris? It's a good little chunk of value right there.
A good chunk of value.
Yeah, but just get into Houchin, and if you donate some blood there at the Houchin Blood Bank, then you too can be entered into. So there's several ways you can enter, or if you want, just buy the darn tickets. Let's go to bakersfieldmacandcheesefest.com or go to kernradio.com to sign up, or get over to Houchin and donate some blood, and you can sign up to win. I'll be in attendance. Chris will be there. Scott will be there. Not sure about the Bailey. He might be visiting mom because that is Mother's Day. We can bring your mom to Mac and Cheese. Mom and Mac your mama. That's what we'll call it, Chris. Mac your.
I don't know if that's a good way to put it.
No?
That may be a clash of terms there.
Mac and cheese, mama? Cheesy mama. No?
We're getting better. But Mac on your mama is not.
Mac on your mama is not, no? Probably not a good tagline. It's like,
I don't think so.
Mac and cheese. What do you say? Mac and cheese. If we're going there, we might as well just keep on going. I found the competition for you, Chris.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready to find out what you could potentially win? $100,000. You could win $100,000, Chris.
Man, that could be my rent for the next couple years.
It could change your life.
Change my life.
Change your life. Are you prepared?
Oh, God,
we are talking about the debut, the first ever 2026 Sperm Racing World Cup.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Now, hear me out on this.
Yeah.
I don't think mine are fast enough. I don't think my swimmers move that quickly. But I have seen these videos, and it's not the peak of human competition. Let's just put it that way.
Do you have the remote in there, or do I have the remote in there? I was going to say there's a promotion video for it. If you can find it.
Oh, that's right.
If you can find it and put it on the TV behind me, you got a little bit of time. But no, this is a serious thing. Men of the world are invited to pit their sperm against each other in a racy race where the owner of the swiftest swimmers will take home a sizable $100,000. Sizable, get it? It's dubbed the 2026 Sperm Racing World Cup. This science-based competitive sport will see 128 semen samples, each representing a different country. They will face off on a microscopic racetrack next month in San Francisco. And I'm sorry, ladies, they haven't said where the event is going to be playing at. It's going to be a head-to-head competition of oh my god. The creators, and if are you playing it? Oh my goodness.
No, I didn't have enough time to find it.
We'll find it by the end. Yeah, we'll find it by the end. But the thing, the narrator intones, "We're searching for the healthiest man alive." They're calling it the Kentucky Derby of creative juice.
I mean, I will attempt $100,000.
Oh,
I just don't know about that.
Man. We'll race anything now. Thankfully, we got to take the bottom of the hour news break. But Chris, just saying, if you want to win $100,000, here is your shot. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Federal agents have served search warrants in Minnesota in an ongoing fraud investigation of publicly funded social programs for children. Few details were released, though agents could be seen outside child care centers in the Minneapolis area on Tuesday. Governor Tim Walz welcomed the action. King Charles III has acknowledged times of great uncertainty while addressing the U.S. Congress.
I'm scared.
Charles on Tuesday marked the 250th.
I'm scared what he's going to find if he texts semen races. Let's see. So this is very work related, by the way, you guys. Totally work related. You guys are on YouTube. If you want to look it up, look it up.
Oh, here we go. Oh, come on.
What happened?
It was just there.
It was just there.
It was just there.
You got to hit search. Yeah.
There you go.
Hold on.
So,
Oh my
I'm not
God.
going to put up
Nah.
two dudes. This is
I think that's
legitimately what it is.
no, but they have a different video though. Where's it? Let me see.
But this is what I've seen. This is exactly
No,
what
that's
I've
not
seen.
it though. They have a promotional video.
They have a promotional.
Yeah, watch. Go back. Let me see. Go back. Type in.
Here, you want to look it up? So
Yeah.
Yeah, you go find your song.
I can't believe this. Can't believe we're doing this. You guys are out of control.
Anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan than I've been. It's not just for celebrities.
It's terrible. It's terrible, you guys. I shouldn't even be doing this. This is the man show right here. This is what Jimmy Kimmel used to basically do. The CES.
Up and down for decent GLP-1, but got spun around.
Feel good RX rolling. Hey, we got something new. GLP-1 prescriptions, all FDA approved.
Brand name meds, no flags in the red.
Clear prices from the start. None of those hidden fees in your cart.
Delivered to your door, pick up same day. Yard 2.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
GoodRx.com/weight loss. GoodRx, not insurance.
First Look with Scott Cox, morning 6 to 9 a.m. On the Wednesday edition of the First Look program, Wednesdays are always a blast. We get to talk medicine with Dr. Vic Dev. John Cox will join us from the Californian, administer the news quiz. We have state-of-the-art news and traffic and weather. It's all happening 6 to 9 a.m. Right here on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230.
Ralph Bailey, you're listening to
When you want to go to it, relax, go to it. When you want to go.
Do you see it?
This is AI created.
Oh, I know it's AI created, but it's one heck of a promotion video.
These videos are getting ridiculous.
See them racing? They're all bumping. Get out of my way.
This is so awful.
Apply now. Spermracing.com/World Cup. It's a real thing, man. You can win $100,000, Chris. I'm probably too old to be in the competition. I don't know how fast my guys swim anymore.
I don't know how fast mine are.
I'm sorry. We've gone off the rails here at the JR show.
You're going to have to turn that off, though, behind you.
Oh, yeah, because it'll start showing other stuff, and who knows what's going to be related
Exactly,
to us
and we
watching.
just
We're going
typed
to get
in
in trouble.
races of sperms, so
It's going to be so
this is
bad.
going to be
We're going to be in
some
so much
interesting
trouble.
YouTube
Yeah,
dump.
I'm telling you, it's going to change our algorithm completely.
Thank God we did it as a guest.
Let's put that one back up there. Disclaimer, maybe.
$100,000 for that.
$100,000, Chris. The entrants are sent a kit with which to provide a semen sample, which will be mailed back to California and processed, quote, through advanced lab techniques techniques such as incubation, sperm washing, pipetting, and through a centrifuge. These steps isolate and prepare the most viable cells for racing. Then, under a microscope, the competitors will race each other along a customized microfluidic track where they will travel a straight distance of 400 microns, or about 0.02 inches, approximately the size of a granule of salt.
Here's the thing. This is just further proof that humanity will literally bet on anything.
Anything. My nephew's already got bets on it. He's
I'm
taking
just
wagers.
saying.
I'm just saying, my money's on Chris, you guys.
This is so wild.
It's-
This is
it's-
where America is headed.
This is where we've gone. This
He's
is
done every other form of competition, so the next one up.
sperm racing.
That's just so weird.
You know,
This is coming from a guy who covers sports every morning.
Sports
and
every
we
morning.
cover some weird stuff.
yeah, I just gave you content for tomorrow, Chris.
Honestly, it kind of did.
Maybe we should have like an early bird special competition.
Oh man, that's almost as bad as the former. Well, no, it is worse than the former defensive tackle that got busted for trying to be other NFL players.
What was that?
So, a former Alabama defensive tackle
Right.
just pled guilty for essentially impersonating the Atlanta Falcons quarterback Michael Penix, David Njoku, the tight end for the Cleveland Browns.
On what, like social media or something?
No, he
Like in
and
person?
Xavier McKinney as well from the Packers. Well, apparently he just had wigs and got all of these investors, about 13 of them, to send him about $20 million worth of investments pretending to
Wow.
be these guys.
Wow.
And him and his buddy just pled guilty to all of this.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
The underlining thing here, though, JR, that not a lot of people are talking about, and I don't understand why. Michael Penix Jr., David Njoku, and Xavier McKinney look nothing alike
I was going to say,
at all.
are they even the same race?
And all you would, so apparently what you're telling me is this dude just threw on a wig of dreads, walked around, or a do-rag for Michael Penix Jr., and everybody just bought it.
And everybody just bought it. I mean, we just heard, Chris, you can bet you could join a semen race. I mean, people do anything these
And
days.
Larry just brought up a very good point here.
What's that?
For the semen races,
Oh,
can
boy.
transgender males enter?
It
They are
does,
men.
it does not mention anything about gender. Well, I said it. Well, I guess it says men. But technically, yes. Technically, yes. Oh, gosh. You guys, anybody else chiming in on that one, Chris? 661
None
842-5376.
of that per se, but I got one more here.
What
It
do you
says,
got?
Bro, it's in San Francisco. Ladies not needed, if you know what I mean.
I wasn't going to go there. I wasn't going to go there. But it does sound, never mind. Back to the governor's debate tonight. We mentioned Katie Porter is not going to be in attendance, or at least as of this morning, or even now, she hasn't stated whether or not she was going to be there. They were talking. There was another question on here, and it was funny that somebody had brought up the transgender in regards to the semen races, because I was sitting here thinking, and I can't remember what it was that set me off on kind of on this thing. I think it was some of the questions they were asking in the poll. As far as like, oh, do you think a governor should oppose Donald Trump, or do you think the governor should support Trump, or do you think that Trump treats California fairly? And I said it the other day after the last debate, if that is your campaign, that you're worried about Donald Trump and not about Californians, we have a problem. We have issues in this state. and the way we prioritize things, and that's why I thought about it. Like when you think of education in California, and how terrible it is, and that we're more concerned about transgenderism and whether or not kids who gets to participate in girls sports and who can use what restroom. That's what we're concerned about in school, when we should be worried about, I don't know, reading, math, the basics. But not in California. And so I just we will spend. I don't know if I got to it yesterday. We will spend money on the craziest things. We're giving tablets to prisoners at a cost of $300 million. And they need to be updated and upgraded. They need the latest one. My daughter is 9 years old, and I don't even give her a tablet. You guys are giving them to prisoners because there's this whole, well, if we change the way we reform them in prison, and maybe if we give them more access to family and their kids, and they'll see that these are the things that they're missing out on, and they can be a part of the society if only they change their ways. No, that's not what they're using tablets for in prison. They're using them to still run the streets. Like we have priorities wrong here in California. It's insane to me.
Congratulations. The scammers can now continue to scam you from prison.
From prison. And it's got to be, like I said, the latest and greatest tablet, updated. Heck, my daughter walks around with my old iPod. Chris, you saw it. It's on my desk. It's
it's archaic.
It's okay. Hold on. Slow down now. It's not that old. It's funny. I was talking to the lady the other night, and she said that she watched Tron, and I was like, "Oh, which one did you watch?" There's two or the newer ones, and then
there's three now technically.
Yeah, and she goes, "Well, not the super old one." And I excuse me. She said, "What?" I said, "That movie came out in 1983, and you just called it super old. I was born in 1980, means I'm older than the movie. What are you saying, woman?" She said, "I'm saying you're super old." And I said, "Oh, well, okay, thanks." But no, it's insane. The things that we will, $350 million for tablets to prisoners. And that's the priorities in California. And people are like, "Oh yeah, this is good. We need to keep doing those kinds of things."
Isn't the whole point of being in prison to isolate yourself from society as well?
It's like a timeout, Chris.
Exactly.
It's like a timeout.
Kid a tablet while they're in timeout.
Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? This is what's wrong with society in general. There's probably parents that do that. You know what? Go in your room. I don't want to see you anymore. Well, yeah, the kid in his room has a TV, all the gaming system that he needs, and he's got 3 devices plugged in. Yeah, send him to his room. He's in trouble. Yeah. Don't worry, kid. When you go to jail later in life, it'll be the same thing. It's all good. It's common sense sometimes.
My apologies to whatever listener tried to call in right now. Feel free to call back. I accidentally messed up and hit the block button.
Chris hung up on you.
I didn't mean to. It fell out of my hand and hit a button. But I know it sounds stupid, but it did. Actually.
Come on, Jimmy. If you want to call back, 661-842-5376.
I promise we did not mean to.
He didn't mean to hang up on you. 661. We don't hang up on anybody. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KRN if you guys want to chime in at any time. I did just get a text message that something crazy was going on at the Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting. They had an AM meeting this morning, and then they also do the afternoon meeting, in which I'm told that somebody is going off and I don't ever like to give this person, because I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he does it, whatever. It's Spartacus. David Abbasi, I guess, is going off at the supervisors meeting. And I've been
Man calls himself Spartacus.
Spartacus. It was funny the last time when he went up there to speak, he didn't give his name at the beginning, and they said, "Sir, can you, if you don't mind, can you state your name for the record?" And he turns back and he goes, "Spartacus."
That's like me looking at him saying, "I'm Batman."
I'm Batman. Good for you though. But apparently he's going off. And the thing about these crazy people, I'm sorry, they're not crazy. David Abbasi, you're not crazy. I shouldn't have said that. But the thing about some of these people with their complaints when they go before the board, half of what they say probably holds some water. Some of the things that he'll go up there and say, or some of the things that I say, which scares me for myself, because then I start to think that I'm going crazy. Because the David Abbasis of Kern County go up there and say these kinds of things, and then it makes it sound like I'm losing my mind too, and I don't want that. 661-842-5376 if you guys want to chime in. 661-842-KERN. You said we have a phone call, sir.
We got a couple now.
have a
First
phone,
is Mike.
Mike, you're on the JR show. What's on your mind, sir?
Hey, JR, just about the tablets to prisoners.
Yeah.
Did you say $350 million?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, well, we only have about 235,000 people in prison in the state of California. Who's doing the math on that thing? Because I just bought a new tablet a couple of months ago, and it was only $235.
Right? And if they go through Verizon and they get the plan, they might get the tablet for free. I'm just saying.
Yeah, then they're going to be stealing your credit cards and everything else,
It's just insane, Mike. And it's the same thing that Sheriff Chad Bianco talked at the last debate. There's so much waste. Don't cry to me about how you care about the roads and we need to tax this or that to take care of these kinds of things. We don't have a money problem. We have a spending problem in California.
Exactly. And then they're wanting to do a mileage tax on it. That screws us when we have to drive 40 miles to work and 40 miles back home at 6 cents. What are they, what are the legislators going to end up paying all this too, or are they going to be exempt?
They exempt themselves from a lot of things, Mike.
Somebody needs to go rattle some cages before the Senate votes on that thing, because it's already been passed by the Assembly.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. It's crazy times in Sacramento. Hopefully this election changes that, Mike.
Yeah, well, at least we got the voter ID thing on the ballot for this time around. And one other thing too that was pretty important, but the Proposition 13, hanging on to the provisions of that, those all passed with signatures and everything. So they're they're going to be on the ballot already. But this crazy thing about gas tax, somebody needs to have their freaking mind examined.
Right? Help us out a little bit. It's crazy because when they poll people, they're like, yeah, it's not really worth all the restrictions that we put on oil companies to have expensive gas. And I think it's 48, 52% that want to repeal the gas tax. And so, but then they go, yeah, but we'll keep voting for the same policies. I just go, oh my gosh, do you not see?
And for the same idiots that are passing them.
It's insane. It's insane, Mike. Hey, I got to get out of here. Thanks for calling in and thanks for listening. Appreciate you.
All right, brother.
All right, have a good one. Let's sneak one more in before we get to a break here. Who else you got?
49er Larry.
49er Larry to make the predictions. What's on your mind, sir?
Yeah, I'm just calling about the tablet.
Yeah.
When I worked at the federal prison in Tucson before I retired. And back then they had the telephones and computers where they could email. And all they used those for, if it wasn't trying to get drugs into prison, it was having phone sex.
Oh gosh. Or they use them. They also use them to to control the streets. There's some higher ups that will call shots, as they say in the yard. They call shots from jail on these devices.
Yeah, the Mexican mafia is the big one in the Aryan Brotherhood.
Yes, it is, Larry.
Yeah.
Larry, but
and then just before I retired, they were talking about getting tablets for the federal inmates in 2017. I don't know if they ever did or not because I retired.
That's insane. I know they have them now, at least in California, anyways, and they're about to get a big update on them and upgrading them. So it's crazy.
That's thanks to your governor, Gavin Newsom.
That's right. Hey, he's your governor too, Larry. I didn't vote for him.
I didn't vote for him.
I didn't, but hey, he's still our governor. Hey, thanks for calling in, Larry. Appreciate you, brother.
All right. Yep.
I'm surprised he didn't. Well, at least they can use the tablets to vote for to bet on the 49ers, I guess. Maybe. No. Let's get to you got one more in there, you said? No, they hung up. If you guys want to chime in, feel free to do so. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KRN. You can call, you can text, you can jump in the chat on YouTube. Just search up Kern Radio, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and watch us live every single day. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
Kern Radio. News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. The Ralph Bailey.
Oh, let's slide into the chats on YouTube. We had to reset, you guys. I'm sorry. Sorry about the audio earlier. I'm not sure what was happening. Love the shirt. Oh, yeah, we got there. Did you ever know? Okay. Is Andrae in attendance tonight? What's tonight? What's today? Oh, Tuesday. What's tonight? Is he in attendance at the meeting? Yeah, sorry about the static. Audio just got super bad. I know. But we called adaptive. See, Mary knows. If one goes down, we have several options. We have YouTube. We have the Kern Radio app. You can go to kernradio.com and listen live. You can go on terrestrial radio, now back on AM 1230 on your dial, or the FM 96.1 FM. There's multiple ways because we want to reach you everywhere you are. That's what we do here at Kern Radio. Patricia, thank you very much. Appreciate you watching, listening. Hello. Yep.
Can I meet with you for a minute?
Okay. Hi, Katie. We're on YouTube.
Hi.
Katie returning as our GM. Yeah, I like the way she had to preface that. Hey, can you meet with me? It's not bad. It's not bad, I promise. It's not bad. It's because I'm the boss, too. I don't just host a radio show. I also run the darn station. Skate night tonight.
Details. My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. Ethos.com.
See, I'm bad. I'm terrible.
Paid spokesperson.
I'm just as bad.
Online health
Hey, folks, Scott Cox here, host of the First Look with Scott Cox program, heard right here on KRN 6 to 9 every morning. You're listening to the JR Show. Join me tomorrow morning, 6 to 9, right here on KERN.
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it. This is how I do it. Watch, Chris. Sorry. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It started off with like, hey, my name is Teresa, and I'm a widow. And what's the first thing I thought of, Chris?
Jimmy Kimmel.
That would have been a funny bit if they would have said, hi, my name's Melania. These are the jokes, people, okay? JR at kernradio.com. JR at kernradio. I'm not in any way condoning anything. It's just I find humor sometimes.
Our new general
I
manager
know.
was just up
She
the hall here.
Not just that, she walked in during the break and she said, "Hey, can I see you right after your show, please?" That's never a good thing. Whenever the boss walks in the middle of your show and says, "Hey, can I see you after your show?" Oh, what did I say this time? And then she had to make sure she said it enough times. It's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. What did I say? What did I say? Well,
It's either you or me.
let's find out what we said. Well, what did we learn in today's show, JR? Well, this is what we learned, that, if you're a city councilman and you want to have a parade with some lowriders maybe snaking through all of the east side on a Sunday afternoon, then you don't need a permit. It's not really a parade. It's just what you call a spontaneous gathering to celebrate all the accomplishments of Bakersfield City Councilman Andrae Gonzales as we send him off into Sacramento to be an assemblyman. That's all that is. You don't need a permit. Now, if you want to throw a neighborhood celebration for the 4th of July, you might need a permit for that. That's one thing that we've learned today. Now, that's all allegedly, though, Chris, because it was posted by somebody else, and we don't know if it's real because you can't believe everything that you see on the internet, right? Right. Maybe it was. Do you think that's what it was? You think that's why she came in? That's not why she came in. It's not. It couldn't be that. It couldn't be because I said he makes $100 and some $1,000 a year at his nonprofit that's open only 4 days for 3 hours those days. Where
keep the disclaimer up all show now.
Oh man, where people give him his money like we did and consider and trust him to do what's right with it. He's a good steward. Stewards Inc. Get it? Maybe it was that. You think it was that? I don't know. I don't think it was that. It has to be our discussion on the governor's debate tonight. You can watch that on CBS. Maybe the fact that I said Katie Porter wasn't going to be in attendance, or was still speculation whether or not she would show up. And it just so happens that CBS is the one that's putting on the debate. And it also just so happens that they were the ones that she threatened to walk out an interview with. Was it because I said that 2 Republicans have no chance to make it to the primary? It can't be any of those things. That's what we learned today, Chris. It's the segment called What We Learned on Today's Program. It can't be my commentary on Jimmy Kimmel and saying that 2 things can be right at the same time, meaning that I might not agree with his joke, even though I just kind of made a similar joke, and it's in poor taste, and I understand poor taste, trust me. You should see the way I dress sometimes. But it can't be that, right? The fact that I said I agree that he has the right to say those things, even though I might not agree with exactly what he's saying. No?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's that either. But what it might be. Chris's competition.
Oh, would you?
It might
have tied into this. I'm blaming you.
It might have just gotten us into trouble.
I had no idea this was going to be a topic today.
I didn't. I was just. It's news. It's all for the. It's all for the show, Chris. That's all we have to say. That we were only discussing the semen races because I thought that it might be a good opportunity for Chris to make $100,000. That's all. She's still walking by. Dang it. That was her, huh? She's waiting in the hallway. She's probably going to be sitting in my office.
It's possible. I don't know. Hold on.
Is your door open?
It is.
Can I make an exit out of the back? Is she still standing there?
She is not.
You guys come back for tomorrow's show? I should be here.
Hopefully.
We'll talk with the director of the Kern County Museum, Mr. Mike McCoy. They have an event going on this Friday as well called Get Lit. We'll tell you how you can attend. Plus, it's a Wellness Wednesday. So we'll be talking about health. You guys come by. Stay tuned for the Ralph Bailey Show. Oh, man. This has been the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you.
Kern Radio AM 1230, KERN. 96.1 FM, K241CI Bakersfield, an American General Media station.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Keith Peters in Washington.
All right, you guys.
King
Wish
Charles
me luck.
comes to Washington.
I don't think we're in trouble.
President Trump and the First
It's all
Lady
just for the
welcomed King
radio
Charles III
bit.
and
That's
Queen
all that
Camilla
is.
at the
I'm
White
not in
House.
trouble, you
President's
guys. We'll see you back
relationship with
tomorrow.
Prime
Be good to each
Minister
other.
Keir Starmer has taken a turn for the worse in recent months as Trump tries to
Okay.
rally support for the Iran war.